Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first screencast of the year. My name is Mr. Conway, and if you're watching this, then you are in my AP Psych class. And we are going to use screencasts as a way to provide information that is critical for your success in AP Psych and go over some of the material that you might find difficult from your textbook. So let's go ahead and get started. Talk about how you should be using these screencasts. I recommend that you watch them either after you've read the material on your own or while you're doing it. For instance, if you're reading and you come across a word that you just don't understand, you can pull up the screencast and quickly find that word and hear my explanation and how better ways that you can remember it or understand the word. I'd like you to use them as a supplement. This does not mean don't do any of the readings, don't do any of the metacognitive logs, but as long as you watch the screencast, you'll be fine. No. They need to be done in addition to your reading, in addition to your metacognitive logs. They're going to be most helpful if you watch them after you already have a decent idea of what the material actually means. If you recognize most of the words, you understand what most of them mean, then you're going to do great because these will just simply fill in the gaps of what you don't know. If you try to watch them after not doing any of the reading, then you're not really benefiting from the screencast, and you'll probably have to rewatch it several times to understand it. So let's try to make the best use of your time, do the reading, do the metacognitive logs, and watch the screencast either along the way or after you're done reading. L students can also benefit greatly from the screencast because they are very visual, short, and succinct. You can expect to see essential vocabulary broken down. I have taken all the vocabulary that I've assigned you in your metacognitive logs, and I will go over them slide by slide. Some vocab words won't receive as much time as others. I have a very good idea of what you'll see on the test, in the AP test, and I will dedicate time to difficult concepts that like to appear on the test more so than ones that might be more interesting, but are very easy to remember and don't pop up that much. There will be lots of visuals in the screencast. Visuals can be very helpful when trying to process new information, also trying to remember it as well, and making associations. Speaking of associations, you will also receive Mr. Conway's own associations on how he remembers the vocabulary and where it fits in the context of the course. More difficult words will require supplemental examples, things that the book does not give, and also something that you might not be able to recognize on your own. So I'll take some time for the difficult slides and we'll do a web breakdown of more difficult terms. The benefits of screencasts, you can pause the screencast at any time and you can move at your own pace. We won't be wasting time with lecturing in class going on for 30 minutes. These will all be 10 minutes or less. You won't be distracted by taking notes and miss what Mr. Conway has to say, what I have to say. You will be able to take notes on your own if you'd like. You can do that. I would recommend having your metacognitive logs out at the very least, and I would recommend using highlighters, markers, pens to mark up your notes, circling confusing information, underlining main ideas, perhaps crossing things out. But if you would like to take extra notes, that is up to you. It is not required. It's like you're getting a one-on-one personalized teaching experience. You can, again, pause it. You can move at your own pace, and you can plug in with your headphones, and you don't have to worry about not hearing or being able to see the presentation. And lastly, I'm giving the same lecture I would give in front of a class. So you're actually getting a better, more rehearsed, more refined lecture. And I'm also not forgetting anything. Sometimes from class to class, I'll give one example and then I'll forget to give it to the next. So everyone is actually benefiting from the lectures because I can give a more rehearsed explanation. Okay, that's it for the introduction to the screencast. I will see you for our first screencast, which will be Unit 2, Day 1. Bye.